Today marks 1688 day of daily lessons, daily reflections. And today we speak about relationships. But relations when you want to really develop relations in a social setting. I think it's really extremely important to understand that we're able to develop ourselves, our skill sets, and sometimes we think, okay, how to really be better in social environment, how to have social judgment under pressure, or in general. And I think that there is specific skill sets that helps any single time that you really want to really develop strong relations. Because when you develop certain things in your life, it will benefit tremendously. So today is just listing what is extremely important to develop, and then of course when you know exactly what you're able to develop, then to ask, okay, how do I develop them? But today is just listing the most important things when I think about social environment, when you really want to really maybe not stand out, but really being a part of community. And what we need to really develop just to make sure that people even listen what you're saying because you deliver the message clearly. So number one is assertiveness. That means the more assertive you are, the more people will listen. Because assertive people are the people who are very believable. Sometimes you can know exactly what you talk about, but you deliver without assertiveness, and that message is lost. Other people say, if you do not believe what you're saying, how am I supposed to believe it? So when you think about social gatherings, social structure, we need to really have assertiveness. We need to really bring assertive mentality in our mind. When you say yes, when you say no, when you deliver any information, when you deliver truth. As I said, sometimes you can having we might saying the truth, but there is no assertiveness in your message, and no one's believing it. Number two is emotional regulation. And again, emotional regulation is one of the key aspects in and it's just a beautiful thing that emotional regulation at the beginning, when you don't have emotional regulation, people don't want to have you in their circle because you don't know what you will get in that day. You can potentially get negative person, you can get positive person, you can get aggressive person, you can be a very happy person. Like always different kind of. But emotional regulation is allowing yourself to really control your emotions, being able to really accept those, release those, and then choose your state based on the social gathering, based on the topic. And it's interesting that you're able to choose when to stay quiet and when to speak. And emotional regulation is such a beautiful thing because when you reach an extreme level of emotional regulation, you're able to start to influence emotions of the social gathering altogether. At the beginning, you need to control yourself because if you're not able to control yourself, how will you control others? Of course not. Number three, active listening. And again, this is one of the key aspects. Being able to really actively listening. And active listening is being able to really not just nod and really hear what they're saying, but being able to really remember what they said and being able to ask questions according of what they said. But sometimes we are just listening. But that's what active listening is. That means that you engage in the listening. But what is engaging in listening? Like sometimes just listening is great, but sometimes be able to really even people share their truth in a surface level, and now be able to ask questions, active questions that really allows to reveal who they truly are and reveal even more truth about themselves, and they feel more heard. And I really love this saying that feeling heard and feeling loved is almost identical. Feeling heard and feeling loved is almost identical. So when we engage in active listening and allow other people feel loved, feeling heard, of course we will have better social group because everyone wants to really feel loved. Everyone wants to include you in their group. Number four is social awareness. That means being able to really look into who are these people. It's interesting because you're able to be authentic you, but still able to adjust your communication style, how loud you are, how quick you are, how that is because some people prefer to really be a little bit more softer. Some people prefer to be a little bit faster. You are still yourself, but I think that sometimes to be able to really use our communication skills, because not every single person is willing and able and capable of adjusting their communication skills. I really love Wayne Jiang who speaks and really trains communication because all he speaks is that our voice, our communication is a habit, and we're able to change the habit. And when you really learn to really play that piano of your voice, of your tone, of your speed, of your tonality, at that moment you're able to adjust just to make sure that we're able to really understand the moods of social gathering, understand and have that awareness so it's really be able to deliver messages better. Number five is boundaries, and this is extremely important in social settings, any kind of social settings like job, relations, everywhere where you look at needs to be boundaries. If they want to play in your game, in your life, they need to really follow the rules. And we need to really design those rules. Because interesting thing that if you never design the rules, if there's no boundaries, then no matter where they are, they never lost the game. They never lost you because you didn't describe it. So I think that the most important part is describing boundaries. And if they're not willing to play this game of boundaries, I think that they need to be out of the game. And I think that boundaries need to be extremely important. Especially like when we know that there are so many people, including me, that we want to please people, we want to be liked, we want to be admired, we want to really sometimes, and sometimes we really sacrifice those boundaries for that reason, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Boundaries are supposed to be always as and we need always need to have those non-negotiables. What are non-negotiables? Because it's better to be alone but true to yourself than in a group where your boundaries are crossed. Number six is status and power dynamics. And there's again, just look into. I knew this one for me. It was important for me. I always used to look into okay, who is speaking here, who is not speaking, why is that, and how to include those people who really don't speak much. How to really hear those people who are potentially bogged down by the people who just constantly speaking like radio nonstop. How to really be able to really be that transition person between speaking a lot and just speaking not at all, and how to really include everyone. I think that maybe not every single person will be able to do that, but I think that is great to really to look into okay, where is the status, where is the power, and being able to really distribute that and better and really give authority, give some power to people that might be otherwise not have it. Number seven, conflict resolution. And again, this is extremely important because social environment means conflict. There will be agreements, there will be disagreements, there will be discussions, there will be some kind of arguments and conflict, and it's extremely important to develop ability to really how to really communicate when conflict arises. What kind of challenging communications do we need to learn just to make sure that no matter what kind of people is in the social gathering, I'm able to communicate with them well. And really, at the same time, really making sure that we're able to really regulate ourselves. That's emotional regulation, how to stay calm under pressure, and being able to really focus on the core things, how to de escalate things, how to escalate tension, just to make sure that everyone has win win or situation that really everyone is okay walking away. Number eight, confidence versus validation seeking, and this is extremely important again. It's one of the most important things when you think about really keeping who you truly are rather than putting a mask on, because sometimes we will put a mask on ourselves to really seek validation. But confidence and courage, when you have confidence and courage, what do? You walk true to yourself. You do what's is right in your heart, not what is right to be accepted, not as what is right to be validated, not as what is right for other people, but is right for you. And that's again confidence, and that's is extremely important to develop self-respect, self-confidence, courage. And again, one of the biggest things is just self-respect. I truly believe in self-respect, and then being able to trust yourself, and that means making promises and commitments to yourself and keeping them, and making sure that you never, or people say that say-do ratio, how many things you said you will do and how many things you actually did. That is how you increase your trust. Number nine, is strategic thinking. And it means that even in relationship, we can like, what do I want from this relationship, from this social group? What do I want? Because sometimes it's just really adding value. But sometimes it's just saying, I really want to really have community of like-minded people. Sometimes when you look into what you want to achieve with your vision and look into this group and what they want and what this group really focusing on, maybe sometimes your vision and this group is not full alignment. And sometimes you're walking away. But I think that we need to really start to reflect and think and strategize about surrounding ourselves with people, because if people say like you become as closest your five friends, or you see the people that you spend the most time, and we need to be very strategic who we choose to really put in those social groups. The last one, number 10, and then again one of the most important things is presence. What it means is that we need to really give present quality time to ourselves and to others. Because if you want to be included, when people feel that they are not the most important things, phone is more important, other people, you gossip about other people, rather than really speaking the person about each other, you speak about other ideas, about other things that is not included into the group. Like you're not present. We need to really learn that ability to really sit down with yourself in this current moment and really engage in what's happening right now, not what happened a year ago, or what will happen in the future, but really what will happen in the next 5 minutes, and what is happening specifically right now. And presence is one of the biggest things that we able to really give as a gift to a other person in a social gathering. And there is of course there's more things that we're able to consider, but I think it's a great thing to really reflect. What do I need to develop right now to become better in social gatherings and social communities, just to become a better community member? And I think that those 10 things are really great start to really develop yourself. And those things is interesting because those things, if you actually develop them, will not just help in the social settings, but they will help in any setting whatsoever. So I hope you tune in and see you tomorrow.